Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is the Wednesday comment review video. I'm going to review your YouTube comments, at least some of them. Today there are some cool ones, some not so cool ones, and there is some self-Mario glazing. There's quite a bit of glazing in this video, but I left that towards the end, so it's going to be a fun one for sure. If you guys want to be in these videos, leave a comment, you might get in there, and like, comment, subscribe. Great? Alright. We're going to start off with something that apparently wasn't as commonly known as I thought it was. Mirkur RT has indicated that I hate that they don't give us Proto form, but give it to Chinese and Japanese players. WTF Bandai, to where we just got the Bandai Hates Us, and I don't understand that stuff either. So, I thought this was common knowledge based on they revealed the cards they kind of revealed the cards in the set beforehand and all that, but whatever. Okay, we now know Proto form is not there. Some players might ask the question, well, why? I'll tell you why. It's economics, right? And the gaming companies, the card game companies that are notorious for doing this, I'd say more than anything, are the Yu-Gi-Oh cards and the Magic the Gathering cards. They know that their product is going to sell. They know that they could have just put the scrambles in a box and that would have sold the product right away. They didn't need to throw in all these cool aces. They didn't need to throw in the other memory boosts. They didn't need to throw in the Alt-Art Ruin mode. They didn't have to. They did anyway, just to make the product extra good. Why would they throw the Proto form in there when they can save it for something else now? Maybe they will announce another Proto form reprint somewhere else down the line to incentivize you to buy that product instead. That's all that Bandai is doing. They know you're buying the Scramble product without Proto form. They know that they don't need Proto form to sell the Scramble product. This is the Scramble product. Anyone that says otherwise is kidding themselves. Yeah, we get some cool new aces and some reprints. It's the Scramble product. It is what it is. And anyone that wants to say, Mario, you're wrong, I invite you to type an essay in the comments and tell me why. But yeah, no reason to throw Proto form in the set. They'll save it for something else, like regional entry, like Ultimate Cup entry. You know, it's Event Pack 7. This will incentivize people to try to get the Proto form through the Event Packs, or whatever. So I hope that helps. But honestly, they'll probably just give us Proto form somewhere else, just to give more incentive to buy something else. Afon Soviveros, I don't know if I said that right, I apologize, says, I'm surprised by the comment that Shivamon Ace is the weakest of those. I'm not sure if the Bonds will see it play, but those aside, Shiva Ace is the only other ace out of those that should see some relevant play in Tyrant. It is a really strong card in that deck. I'm going to be real with you. We stopped testing Tyrant, our testing group, because the deck was just not performing. It lost to everything. It lost to Mirage. It lost to Demon Lords. It lost to Blue Hybrid, Red Hybrid, Purple Hybrid, Black Control Hybrid. It lost to everything. Like, it just was not doing anything. I don't mean to bully the Tyrant players and whatever, but there are just better decks. Like, I would not go to Nationals and play Tyrant if I wanted to win Nationals. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you are one of those people that really thinks that Tyrant is really good, go top Nationals with it, and I will interview you on this channel if you do well. Other than that, no. Saying that Shivamon Ace makes Tyrant better is not a valid reason for me to consider Shiva Ace anything better than mid. That's just my opinion, though. Silent Magician, 7. And this was a comment I got a few times in the comment section. Scrambles are great, but I think you're really overselling them. They will be a 2-of in most decks that use them. I'm going to be real with you. I have tested a lot because I didn't know if I was going to Nationals or not. And we tested Nationals format, which included Scrambles and the new aces and all that. The Scrambles really scramble things up. Like, I'm trying to make an egg pun, but it's not going to, like, you know, come out. Not sunny side up or anything like that. You know what I mean? The Scrambles are just really good. They are just really good cards. They are really good cards. In the decks where they're useful, they are really good cards. Because you can't play them in everything. But you can play them in certain decks, like Lugamon. that turns Lugamon into a fucking cancerous void to play against. It's just unfun, unfair, and not very nice, to be honest with you. I invite you to explain to me why you think I'm overselling Scrambles and why you think they're not as good. Because I guarantee you, and you know, I'll even give you the second half of that. People might play 2 copies in some decks, but there will be people who top Nationals with more than 2 copies of Scrambles in their decks. I'm telling you right now. Believe me, don't believe me, I don't care. You'll see it yourself when Nationals happens, and then you'll realize, wow, Mario was right, like usual. And then that's the end of that conversation. They're really good. They just give you an extra power boost in your deck. And in some decks, that power boost is way too strong. That's why they're good. Next, Nom Nom. The amount of Gallantmon stuff that we got and are about to get is just ridiculous. I don't think I've seen a more blatant push for a deck to be meta viable in Digimon ever, and that includes Magna X. You know, the Gallantmon stuff in EX08 is performing in Japan, to my understanding, and is actually doing kind of cool things there. But, you know, we'll see what happens when it comes over here. People will try to play Gallantmon. I'm sure we'll get a Gallantmon top here and there. But until EX08, you got to remember that, you know, Gallantmon has no real protection currently. And that's what's really holding it back, I think, from success. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. Pete Nar, where do you think the prices will fall for the Scrambles and Room Mode reprint, considering buying the Room Mode reprint and the 4 cards I want from the box, if it's going to wind up costing less than the actual box? I don't know, and the reason I'm saying that is because this set is coming at an unprecedented time. It's coming at before Nationals. This will inflate the value of the singles cards in this set. I think Scrambles will be around the price of trainings when everything's all said and done. But I think there'll be a premium on them right now. And I think that Ruin Mode, it's so hard to predict these kind of things. It's hard. Like, God, I don't know. It's hard to say. I think $20. God, I think $20, around 20, maybe 30 for Ruin Mode Alt-Art reprint. I think. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm just spitballing. I haven't given this any real thought. We'll see what happens. I would be happy if they're less. It would be a really good win for budget players. But, yeah, no, I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's a weird time. Jesse Grebe, wake me up when we get a ban list. Their regular 5 cards is not enough. We need like 10 cards. I'm going to be talking about this on a video later this week. So I'm not going to spoil anything right now, assuming I make the video. But yeah, this is correct. We need a lot of cards on this ban list. Adam, great info as usual. Def not buying the pre-sales. Good. Don't buy the pre-sales. Bad ideas. That one Larry dude, he quoted me. I don't know people in Europe, Latin America, and Oceania that still play this game. Or, sorry, and Oceania still play this game. I believe it's because they love Digimon, but Bandai isn't helping indeed. I have more comments from this line, so let's just go through all of them. Walter Sikorsky says Latam is the most undertapped market for Bandai. A lot of people there play purely because of the fondness of the IP. Digimon was way cheaper to get the rights to broadcast back in the 90s over things like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! So there's a lot of nostalgia. Shame the TOs suck. Product is impossible to come by, and they get treated so poorly. I got one more comment. Yeah. Relatives Delad mentions to fair. I have no idea. I don't know. It was a nice thing for them to do, but feels like lackluster news. But I love communication. And yeah, I don't know why we still play on Mexico. 128 places and some shady stuff with the organization. Yeah, this was in my video about the whole video that Digimon Bandai released with like East and the 3 other people. Yeah, I know the video was lackluster. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, seriously, you know, I understand having a hobby. I understand collecting things. And I get that Bandai could pulverize this game into the ground and there would still be people that play this game out of the love for the game. And I know that nothing I say or anyone else with a rational and objective view will sway them. And I'm not trying to sway them. If you want to go nuts, if you want to spend your money on Digimon, have fun. I do it all the time. And I'm very hard on the game. But it sucks for the people in the world that have limited access to Digimon, and they're still letting themselves get plowed by Bandai in their back door. It's just not nice for Bandai to be like that. I don't know. But yeah, the video was lackluster. And Death Seeker Gibbsy says a little bit more here. Man, I thought that video was such a waste of time. Not really raising my excitement for the game more than it already is at. Yeah, okay. So, look. I gave credit to the video. The video was more good than bad. Like, it had more good news in it than bad news in it. But, like, 15 minutes? Like, that's a tease. Like, I can't believe I drove a distance to come to my shop, to turn on my stream, to react to it, just to watch it for 15 minutes. That, to me, is annoying. And I feel like Bandai should do better. But, you know, I have more thoughts kind of about this that I might release in a video later. But the video itself, it was fine. It was just too short. And they could have done a lot more. I don't know. That's just me. Paradise Lost. First comment, let's go. Now that's out of the way. Keep up the great content. Your market watches have definitely made and saved me a lot of money. I'm happy to hear that. And I wish everyone would get on the board. Because if you would just listen to me more often instead of debating me, you'd be a lot better off. You should just listen and absorb the knowledge, the words that come out of my mouth in the English language that are intended to convey meaning. You should just listen and absorb. Your lives will be better. You know, if everyone actually did what I said in market watches, everyone could, like, have an income, depending on how great their scale is. It's just an interesting thought. Something to think about. Loony Night Wind. Can I just say that the people buying Infernal Ascension at 160 plus are dumb? Even if you pull the highest non-textured alt art and two of the highest SRs, is still a minus. So that in itself is technically inaccurate, because if you did pull that, you would still be at a plus. Like, you can still pull, like, alt art Lucimon Chaos Mode, alt art Miri, alt art, I don't fucking know, True Beam on Ace, and if your super rares are decent, which they probably will be, you have profit. Like, at 160, it's very possible to make profit. It's just really much harder. I would not do it. I've been over this. I think it's a waste of money. There are safer investments than the X06 for the sake of opening product. Next, Steph Val. Thanks, Mario. You're officially my Canada Post updater now. Well, you're welcome. And just to give you the update, so Canada Post is still on strike. The last update was in my email. Let me find it for you. I was reading it today. With the CUPW's national strike now in its fourth week, the union's latest offer takes major step backwards. Canada Post has received the latest offers from the Canadian Union of Postal Workers and is extremely disappointed that their intent appears to be to widen the gap in negotiations rather than close it. Blah, 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 blah. We understand serious impacts of this national strikes having on your business, our employees, and the millions of Canadians who rely on the Postal Service, especially this critical time of year. Blah, 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 blah. Our deteriorating financial situation. Canada Post is getting fucking plowed because of this. They're having a significant loss this quarter. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so anyway. What's interesting is now it's affecting everything else. For example, I'm actually not getting the special limited product this week, the Scramble set, because of the delays. Because UPS isn't doing new orders, Pure Later's not doing any new orders, and FedEx is almost there. And I use FedEx. So I'm not getting anything this week, which means I'm not getting Scrambles this week, which means I still got to use my proxies for Scrambles and all that stuff, which is really annoying. So there's your update. I'm sure I'll have another one in a few days. Luis Castillo, Max Ready Gallantmon build with the eyes. You know, I actually had a Max Ready Gallantmon build on my channel before the Ultimate Cup support was announced for it. I sold it like just before, which was really funny. If you want to go and find it, it's there. It's old, though. I don't know. You'll find it. It's there. All right, time for the Mario glazing section. I'm a floppy puppy TCG says, ignore the haters, Mario. Your market watch is the best on YouTube. I always trust you to be honest with us, and your advice has been solid. Content creators should be called out when they're giving bad advice to the community. Bad advice can and will cost viewers money. Also appreciate how, unlike certain Digimon content creators, you're actually able to articulate a coherent thought. I do that. My thoughts are coherent. It's crazy. I appreciate the love. I really do. Let's go for another one. This one's not a... Oh, this one is a glaze. Miss M Dogman. Negativity is why I come back again and again. I'm the same personality, so your outlook resonates with me. Appreciate you, brother. Keep up the good work. You know, birds of a feather flock together or whatever, I guess. I don't know. It's cool. I appreciate that you appreciate my negativity. And I appreciate you being here for my negativity. Helps. This is the one. This is one that's funny. This is from Sudra Bane, SV2. Mario, with all due respect, and since you yourself bring it up so often, I think you would have a lot less X's if you toned down your you against the world mentality. Love you. You know, this guy or gal is probably right. Absolutely. If I was a little more of a reasonable human being, I might be happy in my life. You know what I mean? It's a good comment, and it's definitely something for you to like really think about. I actually appreciate that. This is not like a troll comment. This is like a real comment, which is nice. It's cool. Sasmir Korea. This is like half a glaze, half not a glaze. I don't really know. I think Mario sucks in a lot of ways, but as Market Watch, it's about the market. As of lately, the other content creators have veered towards monetization, selling, brand promoting. So I want to know how much my pretty waifus are worth. Is there another comment? No, there's not. No. That was the last one. Okay, look. It's okay to hate me. I know a lot of people hate me. And that's fine. I love it. I know that people, even though they hate me, watch my Market Watches because they get value from it. They can't get over my personality, but they know I know my shit. And that's just kind of how it goes. You know, the smartest people in the world are not the most likable. I'm not saying that I'm one of the smartest people in the world, but in this niche, I definitely am one of the smartest people. And that's okay. That's fine. I can admit it. You can admit it. It's all good. What's funny about this, though, is like, you know, I am monetized, and I do have some selling, some brand promoting. Like, I do have Metafy, you know, Patreon, YouTube membership, a Teespring. But there are certain things I haven't done yet, half out of laziness, but half because of this kind of stuff. Like, you might notice I am the Digimon Market Watch content creator. I don't have a TCG Player affiliate link. I've been lazy. I don't even know how to do it. I looked up how to do it one time. I was going to do it. I got lazy and I forgot. But, like, I just, like, I'm not there yet. I think if my life changes a little bit, and if Digimon starts to impress me again, I'll make a push to really make a push. I'll probably start my podcast and all that shit. And then I'll probably have a TCG Player affiliate link at that point in time. But then, you know, I know, and I can retrospectively say that I don't really bring to the table anything that's just not related to knowledge, objective, hardcore fact. It's hard to promote certain things on that without tarnishing a reputation. So I've been very careful at sewing the line. You know, I got Metafy and started coaching in the first place because I'm a 2-time Digimon champion with a shit ton of tops. You might hate that. You might hate me, but I have that, but I do. So I've done that. And, you know, other little things here and there and all that stuff. And it's all optional. No one has to do anything. Like, you can just subscribe on YouTube and call it a day. Or not. I don't know. It's just the way it is, right? I'm talking about this way too much. One day, I might veer more towards that, but I'm not there yet. I don't think I've earned the ability to do that with the most effective output. My inputs are not as good as, say, Avalt's inputs. And I can objectively say that. His videos are way up there in quality, mine are not. I'm just hitting you with the info and the facts. Avalt's hitting you with really well edited videos, Digimon stuff, gameplay and deck profiles and whatever. And people want to see that more than the hardcore facts. That's just kind of the way the Digimon community is right now. So that's cool. One day, this might change. But for now, it is the way it is. And of course, we all want to know how much the pretty waifus are worth. Very important. But yeah, that'll do for today. I went on a bit of tangent there, but I hope that made sense. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will see you guys later. Bye!